Russ, CHIME has recently gotten much more engaged internationally. Tell us a little bit about where you're headed internationally within CHIME and what you see the advantages of that for the membership of CHIME.
Yeah, so when our board gave us the direction to start exploring international growth and whether there was even any opportunities for that, we really looked at primarily two regions to begin with, which was Europe, mostly Western Europe, UK, and Middle East. And then after that, we started taking a look at Asia. What has occurred though is, and those obviously being very large geographic areas, is every time we even give the option of involvement in there, the growth has been significant. Just a year and a half, almost 2 years ago, CHIME was in 3 countries, 2 of which actually bordered us. We are now in 35 countries, and we are in almost every continent. Obviously, we wouldn't be in Antarctica, but we're in just about every continent in the world now. And that's actually a weird growth that's happened organically. We're not out recruiting, we're not out spending lots of time in those locations, but rather I think they're wanting the same thing that's been offered to our CHIME members for years, and that's a tight network of friends, a tight network of professional colleagues that they can lean on each other and really do their job as well as they can by sharing with each other. I think that's one of the greatest benefits that they have is they may be ahead of us in population health like they are in the Netherlands, where they very much define populations. They might be ahead of us like they are in Canada with identification and being able to streamline patient care. So there's actually a benefit back to CHIME and our traditionally US members where they can actually learn from other organizations that have been doing this sometimes for decades ahead of us. But we can also share back. There are things that we're doing with advanced clinical research, with working in communities like you are at Intermountain and many of our other members, where it's a give and take. And I think that's the hope that we have. Just like the book said that the world is flat, we want to make sure it's as flat as possible, where we can actually share across the board with the best practices that are occurring all across the country and now across the world in such a way that we can create a revolution of change, not the evolution of change.